Hello everyone, I'm Daniel Hernandez, and I'm going to talk about my research and final project, which is about the digitalization and how it will impact the innovation systems in the European Union. As we know, innovation has changed a lot since the last times. So, in order to foster that innovation, we have found that digitalization will have a huge impact on those innovation processes for new products or new services or new ways of doing in order to create new ones or increase their efficiency and competitiveness of the companies that apply that innovation. Also for the economies, if we adjust all the companies of a country. So the hypothesis of this research is about the positive impact that digitalization will have in innovation in Europe. In the last years, Europe has been losing their leadership in innovation in the world. Other economies such as the US, Japan, South Korea, and others in Asia have been appeared and are doing best than than European Union, which is the main point that they have found out doing their literature review about that topic. The objectives of this research were in order to know which is good if the impact will be positive, to know the top innovation leaders in the European Union, the economies that are innovating the most based on some assumptions or some variables. And the second one, to know how they are applying or how digitalization is affecting that innovation top performers in the European Union. To doing the first of all, I have carried out a research in Eurostat, OECD, and the World Bank in order to find the data available. First of all, what I did was to analyze the data from Eurostat from the top innovation leaders in Europe, finding out which are the ones that spend the most percentage of their GDP into innovation. I have found out that there are 5 that I would like to remark, which are Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Sweden, and Germany. These 5 economies in the European Union spend more than 3% of their GDP into innovation and research and development, new technologies or new products or new discoveries. After doing that, compare that 5 economies with the rest of the world top leaders in innovation, such as I told before, the US, Japan, South Korea, and other economies from Asia, which are leading the innovation. What I have seen comparing that economies with the other regions from the world is that these economies are on the average or at the same level as other regions from the world. They are also above the average of the European Union, which is nearly the 2%, and are the ones that innovate the most. But when I carried out the research about the digitalization and the competitiveness of digitalization in those economies using the DESI index, the Digital Economy and Society Index, in the ranking of the last year, 2019, I have found out that out of these 5 economies, only 2 are the ones that are in the area of the best performers. So are taking more advantage of digitalization into their business, into their citizens, and into their economies as a whole, which are Denmark and Sweden. Both are Nordic countries. Both of them spend over the 3% of their GDP into innovation, so create new solutions and new products or services using that foster of the innovation. And that's why they are in the top performers innovation area. Which would like to remark with that, and as a conclusion, is that the European Union has to set and to create a framework for fostering innovation into its member states and foster digitalization and the usage of digital economy and digital technologies to foster that innovation to empower its economy